Hey YouTubers, how's it going? I apologize for the sound of the wind in the background, but we'll have to deal with it today. I had a request for a video on my personal grip of the M&P Shield. This is a small gun, it's considered a backup gun. It has an incredibly small grip area, and I normally carry with the shorty magazine. Today I will be using the extended magazine, which gives you that extra finger grip, but for the purposes of showing you the grip, I'll go without a magazine so that you can see exactly how I would carry when I'm carrying, or how I would grip it when I'm carrying. I think it was a great question, because grip is definitely one of the most important things you can consider when learning to manage your firearm. With proper grip, not only will you be able to manage your recoil better and get back on target faster, but within a certain proximity, you're not going to have to use your sights, because you'll have the muscle memory of bringing that firearm up into that exact same spot with that exact same grip every single time. It'll let you put shots on target, out to 10-ish yards, depending on the size of your target and how much you've personally practiced. For this gun, your grip's obviously going to start on the draw, but what you're aiming for is as full a grip as you can get. I personally have massive hands, which do influence how I'm able to grip this particular firearm. I'd recommend you go out and you try out a few different firearms. There are small Glocks, there are small SIGs. I thought the Shield fit my hand wonderfully, and definitely that ergonomic fit was one of the things that influenced my choosing of this firearm. So what you're going to do is start with your dominant hand, for me my right hand, and I'm trying to get as full a grip around this firearm as I possibly can. With my big hands, you can see there's not much left of grip still visible. I'm not going to engage my thumb in this. My thumb is more or less free to move around. It'll tighten up when I'm shooting, but it's trying to not influence the firearm. You don't want to be pressing the gun off to the side with it. There's really no reason for it to be there. These three fingers will apply some pressure, and then obviously my trigger finger is kept real loose and sensitive. The other hand's going to come up, and it's going to try to mesh with what little grip is left. It's actually not going to make contact, it just can't get on in there, but that allows my hand to sock it in. My fingers actually sock it into the grooves of my knuckles, and on this gun I do wrap my forefinger around the trigger guard. The ergonomics of it work out well. With a full-size handgun, a Glock 19, I wouldn't do that, I don't do that, but on this particular gun it wraps around well, and it seems to help my recoil management without affecting my aim. Again, this thumb, it is going to ride alongside your pistol, but you're not trying to apply any pressure with it. Both your thumbs should be free to wiggle and dance. That's all there really is to the grip portion. You're trying to apply a fair amount of pressure. I think pressing in to that left side, if you're right hand dominant, left side of your gun, just really kind of grips it on in there, wrenches it in. The only other thing to think about when considering your recoil management, which is why people like to consider their grip because they want to shoot faster, is really driving your gun back on target. So no matter how good your grip is, if you shoot and kind of just let your gun go and do what it's going to naturally do, it's not just going to fly back on target. You have to be driving it back in. So you're going to fire, it's going to go up, and you're right back on target, right back on target. It's a more subtle motion than that, but that's the basic idea. You're trying to, as rapidly as you can, get your sights back in line with your vision and on target, and you'll rip off another shot. Frankly, it's been a while since I've been out on the live range. Let's give one mag a test. And I'm just going to adjust the camera so you can see the draw. Hopefully I don't fuck up the whole thing here. So, quick to your grip, but consistent grip every time. That's basically it. Again, consistent grip, practice your grip. It's probably the most important thing, close to the most important thing you can practice with your dry firing in-house. Grabbing a hold of your gun, making sure it's in the right spot every single time. If you're drawing and you're trying to manipulate where your hand is to get your grip right, you're doing it wrong. You want your hand to slam into where it's supposed to be every single time. Thanks.